What if every night your mind was staging a secret performance? One that reveals your darkest fears, hidden desires, and the parts of yourself you don't even know exist. Freud believed that dreams are not just random images but a coded message from your unconscious, whispering truths you're too afraid to face when you're awake. Here's the unsettling part. Your dreams might be controlled by forces deep inside your mind that manipulate your emotions and shape your reality without you realizing it. Have you ever woken up from a dream feeling unsettled, confused, or even terrified? According to Freud, those feelings are clues, signs that your mind is wrestling with unresolved conflicts, repressed memories, or secret wishes that challenge your sense of self. What if the person you think you are is only a mask hiding a chaotic inner world? This isn't just psychology. It's a glimpse into the invisible war raging inside your brain every night. And once you start decoding these dream messages, your view of yourself and reality may never be the same. If you want to uncover the hidden truths your mind hides when you sleep, hit that like button and subscribe to dive deeper into the dark side of psychology. Share this with someone who's curious about what their dreams really mean. The Dream Machine, how your mind creates nightmares and fantasies. Your brain never really switches off. Even when you close your eyes and drift into sleep, it's busy, creating a strange, sometimes chaotic world. This world is your dream, a place where familiar faces morph into strangers, where impossible events seem normal, and emotions run deeper than in waking life. But why does your mind do this? What is the point of dreaming? Freud thought dreams are a kind of mental machine that takes bits and pieces from your daily life, memories, feelings, fears, and desires, and twists them into stories your conscious mind doesn't fully understand. Think of your brain like a movie director, using raw footage of your thoughts but editing it in a way that feels confusing or even disturbing. This isn't random. It's meaningful, but only if you know how to watch closely. You might wonder why dreams feel so real while you're having them, but once awake, they seem strange or even meaningless. That's because the brain hides the true message behind a veil of symbols and distortions. Freud called this process dream work, where your unconscious mind disguises dangerous or uncomfortable thoughts, so your waking mind won't reject them outright. For example, a simple dream about losing your teeth could actually be about feelings of insecurity or fear of losing control. It might sound odd, but your brain is protecting you from facing something too raw or painful by wrapping it in metaphor. This makes dreams feel like puzzles, mysterious and sometimes haunting, but they're really trying to tell you something important. And it's not just about you. Sometimes, dreams mix past memories with current worries and deep desires that you may not even realize you have. These hidden emotions bubble up in your sleep, showing parts of yourself you might be avoiding during the day. That's why dreams can be so unsettling. They pull back the curtain on your inner self, revealing a messy, complicated reality beneath the surface. Scientific studies show that during REM sleep, the phase when most vivid dreams occur, your brain is highly active, especially in areas linked to emotion and memory. This supports Freud's idea that dreams are connected to your inner psychological world. But dreams aren't just chaotic noise. They are a language your mind uses to communicate with you, if only you learn how to listen. So next time you wake up from a strange or intense dream, pause and ask yourself, what is my brain trying to show me? What feelings or thoughts have I been avoiding? This moment of curiosity is the first step in unlocking the dark mysteries of your mind. The language of symbols. Unlocking the secret code of dreams. Dreams don't talk like we do. They don't use clear sentences or direct messages. Instead, they speak in a secret language, one made up of symbols, images, and strange scenes that often don't make sense at first glance. Freud believed that understanding this language was key to unlocking what your unconscious mind really wants to say. Imagine a dream where you see a locked door. What does that mean? Is it just a door, or is it hiding something deeper? Freud taught that these symbols are like codes, each one representing emotions, desires, or fears you might not face when awake. The locked door could symbolize a secret you're hiding from yourself or a problem you're avoiding. Why do dreams use symbols instead of just telling us plainly what's wrong? Because sometimes, the truth is too painful or threatening to confront directly. Your mind protects you by disguising these truths in symbolic form. This way, the real meaning stays hidden, but your unconscious can still bring it to light through your dreams. Symbols in dreams aren't universal either. What one person sees as a symbol of freedom, another might see as danger. It depends on your personal experiences, culture, and even the emotions tied to those images. That's why dream interpretation isn't a simple dictionary where one symbol equals one meaning. It's a deeply personal puzzle. Freud's own work included many examples. He wrote about a patient who dreamed of a snake, which he interpreted as a symbol for repressed sexual desire. In another case, a dream of a train entering a tunnel was understood to represent hidden feelings of anxiety about intimacy. These aren't wild guesses. They come from careful study of how symbols relate to individual experiences. Modern psychology agrees that symbols are powerful because they bypass our conscious mind and speak directly to our emotions. When you dream of falling, flying, or being chased, these images reflect feelings of vulnerability, freedom, or fear that might be buried deep inside. So, how can you start decoding your own dreams? The first step is to pay attention. Keep a journal by your bed and write down your dreams as soon as you wake up. Notice recurring symbols or themes. Ask yourself what emotions these images stir up. What memories do they connect to? Over time, you'll begin to see patterns that reveal your unconscious struggles or desires. But beware, sometimes the truth uncovered through these symbols can be uncomfortable. Dream analysis is like shining a light into a dark room. You might find shadows you didn't expect. Yet this process can also bring healing by helping you understand parts of yourself you've ignored or denied. In the end, the language of dreams is an invitation, a secret code from your mind asking you to listen, explore, and face what's hidden. The symbols might seem confusing or eerie, but behind them lies a map to your deepest self, the dark side of wish fulfillment. When dreams betray you, dreams often feel like a safe space, a place where anything can happen, where your desires run free without judgment. Freud called this the wish fulfillment aspect of dreams, meaning they show you what your mind secretly wants. But there's a dark twist. Sometimes, these wishes aren't what you expect. In fact, your dreams might betray you by hiding uncomfortable truths behind these secret wishes. Think about it. Have you ever dreamed of doing something you'd never admit to during the day? Or maybe you've had a dream that felt strangely satisfying, even though it involved something morally wrong or shocking. Freud believed that our unconscious mind pushes these forbidden desires into dreams, letting them surface safely, but in disguise. This is where the mind's trickery comes in. Your brain doesn't just display your desires openly. Instead, it disguises them through symbols, storylines, or even humor so you won't reject them outright. For example, dreaming about flying might really be about a wish to escape from responsibilities, or dreaming about a stranger might represent a hidden attraction you're denying. But why does the mind betray you like this? It's a defense mechanism. Society, morality, and your own sense of right and wrong create barriers that your conscious mind can't cross. So, the unconscious finds a way around these walls by twisting wishes into coded messages. This protects you from guilt or fear, but it also means you might not fully understand what your dreams are telling you. Consider the case of Anna O., a famous patient studied by Freud's colleague Joseph Breuer. She had disturbing dreams that revealed repressed emotions and desires she couldn't face while awake. Her dreams were both a release and a trap, showing what she wanted to keep hidden. This example shows how wish fulfillment in dreams can be a double-edged sword, comforting but also unsettling. Sometimes, dreams can even manipulate your feelings, making you question what you really want. You might wake up confused or disturbed because your mind played with your fears and hopes, mixing them into a twisted story. This emotional roller coaster is part of how the unconscious mind processes conflict. Modern research on dreams also supports this idea. Studies find that dreaming helps people work through unresolved emotional issues by bringing hidden wishes and fears into the light, though often in distorted forms. This suggests that dreams aren't lies. They're protective illusions designed to keep you psychologically safe while revealing truths. So, what does this mean for you? When you look at your dreams as wish fulfillment, be ready to face surprises, both pleasant and disturbing. Your mind is showing you parts of yourself you may want to deny. And that's where the real power of dreams lies. Not just in what they reveal, but in how they challenge you to understand and accept your own hidden nature. Nightmares and anxiety. The mind's silent screams. Nightmares aren't just bad dreams. They are your mind's way of screaming silently, sending urgent messages you can't ignore. Unlike ordinary dreams that might be strange or confusing, nightmares hit you with strong emotions. Fear, panic, helplessness, and sometimes even leave you trembling after you wake. But why does your brain choose such a harsh way to communicate? Freud saw nightmares as a sign that deep, unresolved anxieties or traumas are bubbling up from your unconscious. These are feelings you might be avoiding during the day. Painful memories, fears, or guilt that your mind forces you to face in the dark. It's as if your brain is saying, "You can't run from this forever." Nightmares often focus on themes like being chased, falling, or losing control. But these images aren't random. They symbolize the emotional struggles beneath the surface. When you dream of running away from an unknown threat, it might reflect a real-life fear or stress that you're not fully aware of. Falling can represent a loss of stability or fear of failure. These disturbing images force you to pay attention. Research supports this. People who experience frequent nightmares often have higher levels of anxiety, trauma, or stress in their waking lives. In fact, some studies link nightmares to PTSD, where the mind replays traumatic events through frightening dreams. This shows how powerful and raw these nighttime messages can be. But nightmares don't just warn. They can also be a way to process pain. Some psychologists believe that by repeatedly dreaming about fears, your brain tries to work through emotional wounds. This means nightmares, as distressing as they are, might help you slowly confront and heal from hidden pain. At the same time, nightmares can trap you in a cycle. The fear they cause can lead to poor sleep, which makes anxiety worse, which then creates more nightmares. It's a psychological loop that feels impossible to escape. So, how do you break free? Awareness is the first step. When you start noticing patterns in your nightmares, you gain clues about what your mind struggles with. Writing down nightmares, reflecting on your feelings, or even sharing your dreams with a therapist can reveal these hidden battles. Freud's theory helps us understand nightmares as more than scary stories. They are dark mirrors reflecting the emotional chaos inside you. They remind you that beneath the surface, there are parts of yourself crying out for attention, healing, and understanding. The haunting power of nightmares lies in their raw honesty. They force you to confront what you might prefer to hide, showing that even in your darkest moments, your mind is working to protect you, even if it feels like torture. Beyond Freud, how dream analysis still haunts modern psychology. Freud's ideas about dreams have been controversial, and yet, they continue to echo through modern psychology like a ghost you can't quite shake off. Even though science has advanced a lot since Freud's time, the basic notion that dreams reveal hidden parts of our minds still fascinates researchers, therapists, and curious minds alike. Today, we know the brain's activity during sleep is complex. Technologies like MRI scans and EEGs show that dreaming isn't just random noise. It involves memory, emotion, and problem-solving areas of the brain. Some scientists argue that dreams help us process memories or prepare for challenges. But Freud's deeper idea, that dreams are windows into our unconscious desires and fears, still holds weight, especially in therapy. Many therapists use dream analysis to help patients understand unresolved issues. By exploring the symbols and emotions in dreams, people can uncover hidden conflicts affecting their behavior and feelings. Freud's methods might be old-fashioned to some, but his insight that dreams are connected to our inner struggles remains a valuable tool. However, modern psychology also challenges Freud. Some experts say his interpretations were too focused on sexual and aggressive desires, ignoring other reasons dreams might arise. Others warn that dream symbols are not universal and can't be applied the same way to everyone. This has pushed dream study into a more personalized direction, where context matters more than fixed meanings. One fascinating development is the study of nightmares and their link to trauma. Modern therapies like imagery rehearsal therapy, IRT, use dream rewriting techniques to help patients change the ending of nightmares, reducing their power and improving sleep. This practical approach shows how Freud's ideas have evolved into tools that help people, not just theories to debate. Culturally, dreams continue to captivate us. From movies and books to self-help and spiritual practices, the idea that dreams hold secret knowledge is everywhere. Freud's legacy haunts this fascination, reminding us that beneath every dream lies a mystery, a personal story waiting to be understood. But here's the chilling thought. If dreams reveal what your mind hides during the day, what else is lurking beneath your awareness? What parts of yourself have you never dared to explore? Freud's theory challenges us to confront these shadows, even when it's uncomfortable. In the end, Freud's theory of dreams remains haunting because it connects to something deeply human, the need to understand ourselves, fears and all. Dreams invite us to step into the darkness, not to get lost, but to find the truth hidden in the shadows of our mind.